boomers are saying, life is good, right? Their houses are worth a fortune. They've saved. Clothing in the Island Mall.
What's up? What's up? How's everyone doing? Good morning. Mayong buntag, magandang umaga, mayong aga, or as they say here in Japan, Ohio. What's up? Live from Tokyo, man. What a crazy life. What a crazy life. I cannot believe it. If you would have told me a couple years ago that I would be doing a live stream on YouTube from Japan, I'd have been like, what? Yeah, man. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. So, been here in Japan now a while. Saw the Formula One race over the weekend. Looks like I'm unmuted, right? Yeah. Saw the Formula One race over the weekend. That was pretty incredible. Long days, though. Man, that was long. I mean, crap, we were, the race is a couple hours. We saw the practice, we saw the qualifying, and then the race. But that was great, But, I mean, we leave in the hotel at 9 in the morning to get there by noonish. And then, another 3 hours to get back home. So, 8 miles of walking every day. But I need that for sure. I need all the exercise I can get. But it was great, enjoyed the race. It was a good time. Whatever, I think 260,000 people were there. So just a massive event, full of humanity. But it was great. I really enjoyed that. I'd never been to a race before. I've been to sprint car races down in Florida. This is nothing like that. The track was long. It probably took a good, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes to run to walk north to south on the Formula One track. So big track, I kind of relate the viewing experience to professional golf. I don't probably most of you haven't seen a professional golf match, but it's very similar where you're kind of, you're stuck on a hole, you're stuck on a part of a hole, and it's cool to kind of see the riders and that kind of deal, right? And the cars and stuff. You get a much better viewing experience on on TV. So because you just can't see the whole track, you kind of don't know what's going on in the race. But really cool. I mean, I loved it. The thing that doesn't relate well on TV is just how fast those guys are going. I mean, man, they are moving. We were at the end of, I think it was that first practice. We were at the end of turn one, really long straight, and they're just booking. And I was blown away by how fast they're going. I mean, just unbelievable. And so, yeah, no, it was a good time. Really enjoyed it. And now we spent the past couple of days in Tokyo after the race, just kind of chilling out here in town. And one of the things that stands out for me in Tokyo as I'm just kind of walking around is how quiet it is. It is. Well, that was also over the weekend too. I mean, super quiet, not a lot of noise at all. The Japanese are really quiet. They're very respectful. And so super quiet, but also too, as I'm walking around Tokyo, there's not a lot of traffic. There's not a lot of cars. Tokyo is the largest city by population in the world. So it just doesn't feel like that at all. I mean, there's hardly any people and hardly any cars, so yeah, just really wild, but I love it nonetheless. I mean, honestly, I like that, but yesterday walking around the electronics area, and that was really cool to kind of see that. That was some of that footage there at the end. I finished editing that video. I think that video will be up in a couple weeks on Tokyo, but yeah, it's been awesome. Love it. The food has been great. Loved all the seafood. Matter of fact, probably going down right after this, going down to the seafood market, probably going to shoot that. So yeah, eating a lot of sushi, a lot of what do you call actually just raw fish and rice. I can't remember what you call that. But yeah, a lot of the food's been great. The people are great, really friendly but shy. But yeah, really, it's been a good time, man. It's been a good time. What else do we want to talk about? That's kind of been the trip so far. First time out of the Philippines in 2 years, right? So you have to do an exit interview or an exit process. And that, thanks to JRC, man, those guys rock, man. I just handed them, I had a stack of paperwork that I just gave the immigration officer, all in order, basically checking out. So the exit out of the Philippines was super easy, given that I'd used those guys to kind of handle all that. Flew right out of Cebu. The exit clearance I did, JR, I think they want a good week in advance before your departure to get that set up. So that was super easy. I think I went back in the immigration office there and had to do biometrics, so finger scans. And so that was great. Super easy on that. And then, yeah, so that was the exit. And then, coming to Japan, Tokyo, super easy. They just stamp your passport, nothing to do ahead of time. You fill out a little paperwork to kind of talk about your bags and stuff like that. But yeah, immigration on both sides is super simple. I think the line in Japan was nothing, right? Just kind of walked in and out. So be interesting to see now my return to Cebu, what I'll have to do there. I don't think I'm going to need an onward ticket, as I have a departure back out of the Philippines in less than 30 days. So I'll be flying to the United States. So, but I will have to do that, what do you call that? Yeah, Philippines travel, that application. So I'll be doing that probably today, actually, because I fly out tomorrow. So I'll be doing that here soon to get that done. So yeah, no, it's been a great trip all around. Super simple. Cebu to Japan is like a 4-hour flight. Super cheap. Yeah, I mean, well, whatever, a couple hundred US, and then the hotels are, not bad, not as cheap as the Philippines as far as hotels, but really not, expensive altogether. Really, I think this hotel that I'm in right now is what, 300, whatever, maybe less than $100 a night, for a room in Japan. I mean, in a major city, that's pretty cheap. New York and Washington, or shoot, they're going to cost you what it costs for 4 nights for 1 night, right? Whatever, 300-400 a night. So pretty cheap that way, I would say Japan is, in comparison to other major cities. They have a freaking massive transit system, so it's a little intimidating, honestly, unless you come from probably a city with a big transit system, like whatever, New York or DC or whatever. But yeah, been riding around on that. Took some cabs, but mainly been riding on the subway system. They have freaking high speed trains here. They're absolutely incredible. So that's been good. Kind of experience. Yeah, the technology wise, it's a pretty big jump from the Philippines. I mean, pretty massive, honestly. And so that's been it's been interesting comparing them, right? There really is no comparison. I mean, other than, it's whatever, Southeast Asia, but it's just so different. The people, the culture, everything about it is really different. But, I would just say the friendliness of the people is very similar, and the safety. One of the things that I'm traveling with my buddy, Kevin, and he and I both commented that, there's no police. We're walking into this F1 event, nothing. I'm carrying my selfie stick, I got all my stuff in my pockets. Matter of fact, they didn't have a bag search until the race day. And even then it was just, whatever, just kind of skimmed through the bag really quick. No metal detectors, no nothing. So yeah, the lack of police presence was pretty wild. So, and just overall safety has been, pretty something that's amazing and different from the United States in that way. So yeah, no, it was a good time. It's been a great time. I guess that's all I can think of, kind of all that's been there in my trip here so far. It's been pretty good. Enjoyed it. Yes. Kasumisu. I think I know. Yeah. Ohio is, yeah. Good morning. And then, what's that? Arigato. Thank you. It's about the extent of my Japanese, and they don't speak a lot of English, right? No English. So, well, here and there, but not like the Philippines, of course, but there's a little bit of English. I don't have the experience that I can't like get what I need. I don't have the experience that it's hard, that difficult, whatever, kind of getting around. We took cabs and stuff like that, using Google Translate quite a bit on the iPhone. That's helped out a lot when I ordered. I remember I sat down in this one restaurant and said, dude, I'm hungry. I'll eat whatever you recommend. And the guy just laughed, and, he brought food. So, so it's been really great. I mean, the people are super friendly, super chill. We went to this one coffee shop. It looked like a motorcycle hangout, because bikes were starting to pull up. And so that was really cool. Seeing some really cool custom bikes, seeing some really wild cars too. I mean, there's a lot of money here. Very wealthy. That's, obviously one of the big differences between here and the Philippines. Extremely wealthy. And so you're seeing big, Porsches, Mercedes, BMWs, and all these really luxury cars kind of tooling around here. They ride on the left side of the road, and then the steering wheel's on the right side of the road. So that's a little bit discombobulating. When I was like, hey, what's going on here? It's one of those, you look at the intersection, you're like, something's not right. I can't put my thumb on what it is, but something just doesn't look right. And yeah, so, and then you get in the car and you're like, it's just kind of like, you're going the wrong way. I didn't say anything, but that's kind of my instinct, right? And so yeah, that was wild to see and kind of be in that. But yeah, it's been a good time. It's been a good time. Yeah, Jeff, it's going well, man. It's going well. Really enjoying it. I'm here with my buddy Kevin, and both he and I. So he had been here before. So kind of how this all came out is, I've talking about my live streams and stuff and on Formula One and things like that. And, my buddy Kevin, he's like, hey man, if you're looking to go to a Formula One race, Japan is probably the easiest and cheapest to go to from the Philippines. So, I said, yeah, man, let me know what you find out. I'm down. So he set this whole thing out, man. He's like, here's flights and here's hotels and all that crap. And, I just kind of followed him around in that and booked right behind him, and it was super simple. So, but yeah, it's just really whatever, a couple $100 for the general admission seat. So really cheap to get in there and kind of get around. And like I said, the flight and stuff was a couple $100, and the hotel's not much. The food hasn't been too bad. I mean, it's not cheap as the Philippines, but also it's not as expensive as the West either. Whatever, $8-9 for a meal. So yeah, it's been good. It's good. It's been a good time. What's up, Jim? Yeah, man. How's it going? Dude, it's been cold here. I've been wearing freaking caps and jackets. Thank goodness I had my I actually brought my stuff with me. All my coats hanging up over there, but I have a really nice kind of light down coat and my beanie hat. You guys will see in some of the videos coming up. I'm freaking dressed for cool weather because I haven't been around weather like this in forever. I mean, right now it's nice. It's 55 degrees, but 55 degrees, I mean, I hadn't been in anything below 70 since 2.5 years, right? So my body has gotten adjusted a little bit warmer weather, but it's been good. I've actually really enjoyed the weather. And we've had some race day, actually Sunday race day. It was cold, wet, and rainy, and a little bit concerning because I don't want to be right kind of out in 50-degree and rain, right? But anyways, yeah, it's been a little bit cool here for me too. But yesterday was gorgeous, sunny and 70 degrees. You know, springtime here in Japan. They have the cherry blossoms out. So yeah, I think I got some footage of that in the intro there. But yeah, no, yeah, hope all's good with you, brother. Hope all is well there. Hope you get some riding in out there when it warms up, at least. Did you go to Shibuya Crossing at night? And how many sushi trains? Haven't been to that crossing at night. Let me look that up because I think that might be where we're going today. We are going out to is that intersection that's really busy? SHIBUYACRO. Scramble Crossing. I think that is where we're going. Yeah, that's where we're going today. But I haven't been there at night. Yeah, I bet you that's absolutely mobbed there. I think that might be where we're going later on today. We're going to go to the seafood market, and then we're going to go probably to that, the busiest part of town. Yeah, I'll film that too. That looks cool. Let's see, directions. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's about a half-hour ride by ferry or by train. Yeah, the train system, dude, is amazing. Oh man, just absolutely incredible. But yeah, I think we'll hopefully, I think we're gonna be checking that out. Yeah, so much to do here. So much to do. Tokyo Tower, I see. But yeah, I went to the temple, kind of kicked around there for a little bit. Yeah, sushi trains. Yes, we've been eating so much sushi. It's great though. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. And what's that? Sashimi, right? The fresh fish and rice. Yeah, that's definitely the food here is next level. Next level food. Really, really good. Everything that we've ate so far has been great. Yeah, that's lunch yesterday was absolutely amazing. Um, yeah, I've been eating a ton of fish too. Yeah, I'm really a big fan of the food. It's been good. When I was in Tokyo, it was frantic, nonstop, 24 hours. Loved it. Also, Bustle City. Yeah, so my brother was in the Navy and he was out here. What's that? Okinawa, and he loved it. Absolutely loved Tokyo, and didn't want to come back. He wanted to stay. So I get it. I get it. Just a really friendly, sweet, shy culture, and quiet. Right? I love that, man. I mean, here we are at an F1 race. We get out of the F1 race. We're waiting for the train, and it's so quiet. You could hear the birds. I mean, just thousands of people in line there, and it was just people are calm, respectful, and all you could hear, if you heard any people, it was other foreigners. So just really, I do. I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan. No horns, no nothing. Yeah, it's really wild because too, I just don't see anybody. I don't see, like, we're out here in the area that we're in, and you know what? I'll pull up a map, see if I can kind of show you guys where I'm at. And I'm just surprised. We're walking around, cars are turning. There's like whatever left turn lane, and there's like only like uh, 3 cars in the intersection. Hold on. There we go. There's only like 3 cars in the intersection turning. It's really weird to me being in the big city here. Yeah, present, share screen, Google Maps, share. All right. Yeah, so here we are in Tokyo. I mean, man, look at that, right? Went to the Imperial Garden down there. Let's see, am I sharing that? Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, staying here at the Appa Hotel. Yeah, Turk Coffee. These things are a big coffee chain all over there. Yeah, it's been great, man. The markets and stuff. I'm getting ready to shoot that. Oh my gosh, I had my first Thai massage ever. went and got a Thai massage. Oh man, I got about bent in two. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's been a good time. I like it. What I like about it too is it seems like it'd be a good just kind of getaway from Cebu. Like if I need well, especially technology refresh, right? So if I need a laptop or maybe a new phone or something like that, and if I just want to get out and get away, it'd be I think it's a good option. Yeah, Tokyo. Yeah, Steve, how's it going, man? Yeah, thank you. Like I said, it was a real treat to be out here. I wouldn't have expected to be out here. So happy to be here. What's up, Matt? Were you able to secure a press pass? No, I was not. That would have been spectacular, right? Yeah, I think it takes a little bit more than a whatever 16,000 YouTube channel to get a press pass at Formula One. But man, that would have been rockstar. I would have loved that. Yeah, I would have done that for sure. That would have made the experience a lot better. But it was good. It's great, Matt. I wish, brother. Yeah. Oh man, it's delicious. Yeah, I'm a fan too. I'm a fan. I like it a lot. Yeah, lots of fish and some rice still, and the soups. Yeah, it's good. I haven't had anything that I've been like, I'm not a big fan of whatever kimchi, but I think it's more Korean, right? But yeah, Albert, how long will you stay there, and when will you be back in the Philippines? Albert, fly back tomorrow. So been here just over a week. So yeah, just over a week. Really was out for the Formula One race, and then we extended, just kind of chill, spend some time in Tokyo. So yeah, just here for the Formula One race, and heading back tomorrow. And then I'll be back. I'll go all the way back to Leyte. I get back early enough where I can, from Cebu Airport, just hop right on a ferry and get over to Leyte. Mary Rose will pick me up in Ormoc. But yeah, I'll be back. And then when I get back to the Philippines, I'm looking to do Samar. I've got just under a month before I fly out to Colorado for my daughter's graduation. So I'm looking to do the Samar loop, just kind of tour around there. Yeah, so that should be good. I'm excited about getting back in there and getting back on the bike again, doing some riding. Really, the thing I do love about the Philippines is kind of that life that I have. It's very simple, very easy, very nature, right? Just getting out and just riding. There's a lot of my existence out there, and I do love that a lot. And it's nice to be out here in around some technology and that kind of really good food and technology. That's kind of the standout here for me. But I do really enjoy the Philippines. Yeah, chicken katsudon, taco rice ramen. That sounds good. That sounds good. Got into canned coffee from vending machines at the train station. Dude, those vending machines are pretty rock star. They saved us at the Formula One race. They had those vending machines kind of all over, and we were able to get water because the lines to get food and water in the bathrooms were freaking hours long. But yeah, vending machine coffee. All right. Yeah. No, I'm with you, man. They were really and not that expensive either. I can't remember how much that water was, but it was maybe a couple bucks US. And it was like 500 milliliters, kind of like whatever, like that 500 milliliter bottle of water. So yeah, man. No, I'm with you. The vending machines were good. They got those weird little doll vending machines too, right? I was kind of wandering around looking for a gift for Mary Rose, trying to find some stuff. And I couldn't they had those little funny things. Look, I got her this. So part of Philippines culture is to bring back a gift for something. So I got her this little squid. It's super soft. She wants a little snuggly thing. Anyways, I showed it to her, so she already knows. So I didn't. I'm not blowing a surprise. Anyways, too fun. It'll be a good time, man. Looking the vending. I enjoy it out here. I do want to come back. Be good, maybe rent an Airbnb for a month if there's such a thing, and just take my time. I like the slow roll when I travel. I really like to kind of take my time and kind of soak it all in. I love to spend a good month out here, and kind of kick around. You were in Okanagan 12 years, loved it. Yeah. Oh man, I think my brother was out there too in the Navy, if that's the thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where he was at. And he was out for quite a while, and he loved it. Absolutely loved it. He didn't want to. Once his service was ended, he was like, "Gosh, I just want to come back to Japan, or come back to Japan and teach English." So I remember that when he got back. Yeah, good for you, and thanks for your service, man. Yeah, appreciate that. Really good, Mr. Brown Coffee. All right. All right. There is a coffee shop nearby too. I Google Maps. Let's see here. This layout here is a little bit different. Okay, there we go. Okay. There was another coffee shop that was recommended nearby here. Let's see if I could find the name of that. It was really I must have not have marked it on my map here. I thought I did. Yeah, anyways, it was a super popular chain, or maybe not a chain, but I thought it was just right over here. Huh, I must have not have marked it. My bad. Anyways, yeah, the Lawson stores are like the 7-Eleven. Those are pretty popular. Decent coffee, and that's what I got here. But there was another one that was kind of nearby-ish. Anyways, yeah, I thought I had marked it because I went over there. I've been using a lot of Apple Maps instead of Google Maps, because Apple Maps gives me walking directions and good train directions. So I might not have marked some things, because I'm in the Philippines. I pretty much just use Google for everything. I have offline maps. So that's kind of, if you're not good with maps already, get both, get Apple and Google, and then just make sure you do offline maps. That way, if you don't have connectivity, you can still use some of those features offline. Because I didn't get a SIM card or anything. I'm just, there's public Wi-Fi pretty much a lot of public Wi-Fi. Like restaurants will have kind of like United States, right? Or North America, you got Wi-Fi pretty much everywhere. So similar here. The trains have Wi-Fi, and those high-speed trains are pretty amazing. We were flying, because we stayed in Nagoya, and so we traveled from the Tokyo station up to down to Nagoya. Yeah, Nagoya, and that was whatever, an hour, just over an hour, and that was just beautiful. Mount Fuji was there. Yeah, couldn't really see it because it was cloud covered, right? But I guess my understanding is it is mostly cloud covered most of the time. But high speed train that ran through here, just booking it, and then the Suzuka race circuit was down here, so we ran the trains a lot. But yeah, Nagoya was great. Real quiet too. Like I said, it just blows me away. Just there's not a lot of people. I mean, supposedly there are, but when we're out wandering around. I was out this morning going to get a cup of coffee at 5:30, and I look, there's no cars, none, no cars on the road. And maybe one other person kind of walking around. So it's really wild how quiet it is. Yeah. Mr. Brown Coffee. Coco's curry is so good too. All right. Nice. Yeah. When you're able to return to Japanese and visit west of Tokyo, some of the islands. Oh, all right. All right. West of Tokyo. Yeah. Some of the islands out there. East west. All right. Yeah, man. No, I definitely want to come back here. I can see coming back. Like I say, even for technology stuff, if I want to, just whatever, get away, get out of the camping. Philippines is a lot like camping, right? Which I like it. I go back to my bucket shower tomorrow. But, I don't mind. I could live in whatever. But, sometimes it's nice to get in a little more modern society. And, I could see coming back here for sure. And like I said, spending some time, deep diving really into it. I can't wait. I really do. I'm looking forward to it. And think Mary Rose, she'd love to go. Probably Thailand first though. But yeah, really easy for us to get to here, right? We just show up. Super simple. Tokyo. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thought you're making Japan videos now. Have fun. Yeah. 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 I've got some coming out, Albert. I've got a couple of videos. I think definitely one. It's ready to roll. I've got it uploaded. I think Mary Rose and I have a Tacloban video though that comes out before that. That should come out on Saturday. and then the Saturday after, because I just do videos once a week now. So this Tokyo video I have coming up will be out the week after. But yeah, no, it's coming together. It's coming together. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just kind of out here hanging out. Rural roads in the Philippines with bike. It's now Route 66 used to be. Yeah, man. I love motorcycle riding in the Philippines. Absolutely love it. Huge fan. I can't wait to get back and ride. Like I said, I'm when I probably get back, Albert, I'm probably going to hit up Samar. I think it's a perfect time to hit Samar. It's summer, so less likely to get any kind of big typhoon. I mean, typhoons can hit any time of year, right? But less likely, and then less rain too. Although I have some really good rain gear now. I've got my rain gear kind of dialed in. I got a new helmet with a good visor on it. I really like that white O'Neill that I had, but I had eye protection with glasses and stuff like that. I had sunglasses and then clear glasses for at night, but it wasn't sufficient for rain. So I have a new O'Neill helmet with a visor in it for rain. So I'm really set up now for my riding. I've got my kit all dialed in. So I'd probably head out, like I said, do some more when I get back, because I've got a month before I head back to Colorado. So yeah, I'll be back in town here soon. Get some chickens in the air fryer. Yes. Get some dim proteins for workouts. Finally back. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Finally back consistently. Gosh, I am not been consistent in my workouts. And as you're going to see probably in these videos, it's pretty obvious, man. Oh, I'm struggling, but I'll get there. I need to get back into it's just not looking good as I look in the future, because I'll be in Colorado and I'll be traveling around. But yeah, it's time, man. It's time. I'm getting to be big. Yeah, with all your travels on your bike, what has been the hairiest situation while riding? Have you dropped the bike yet? I haven't dropped either bike. So I've got the scooter, I've got the Honda ADV, I've got the I had the Hunter 350, and I've got my NX 500. I can't think of any scary situations that I've been out riding. I mean, I haven't had any like close encounters with any animals or any of that. I'm pretty aware. I'm also riding really slow. Like the speeds are super slow, guys. I mean maybe the fastest I'm usually riding around 50 kilometers per hour, and sometimes even slower. Anywhere between 30 and 60 kilometers per hour typically is my normal ride space. Yeah, nothing's really stands out as far as close calls. I mean, one time there was a pedestrian that kind of was out there a little bit. She didn't see me at first, but then saw me. I'm just kind of looking through. It's hard. I mean, Mary Rose had an accident. That was probably the hairiest issue is, she's learning to ride. And we head off to Ormoc, which is about an hour and a half away. And she's doing fine. But then we get in the city and she's not used to it, right? So, there's a situation where traffic is slowing down. Well, she doesn't slow down fast enough and she's too close to me. So she runs in the back of me and then hits another bike and is on the ground. So that was a little hairy, but I mean, everyone's fine. She got a little scuffed up. Bike got scuffed up. But that was her, not necessarily me. But it did, I was in an accident in the United States. So seeing her on the ground, right? And it did kind of bring a little bit back of that for me, which, whatever. But yeah, but as far as kind of like riding around and things for me that are, were bothersome or, scary issues, I can't think of any. I mean, even riding around in Cebu isn't too bad. You just got to be aware. One of the things, there's several differences that are when you're riding out here. One, like I said, the speeds are a lot slower, but another one that's really big that it stands out is merging. They don't merge like we're used to, and Western riding, you look to your left and you come out into that first lane, and come, if it's clear, you come out and you stay in that right, so you look left and you stay in the right lane and kind of go out, right? That's how most people merge, and that's how Westerners merge. It's not how they merge here. They come in the lane, you know, no matter what, if it's clear. So the riding here, the mentality is whoever gets there first, right? So if you're in that road, you've got that spot, you're there. It doesn't matter who's coming in behind you. So they often don't look left before they come in. So they'll come right in. And not only that, not only do they just come right in, they'll shoot all the way across, you know. So that is one of the biggest things you have to kind of recognize when you're riding is these riders just shoot right into the lane, merge right in without looking, and they'll shoot all the way over. So that's why you'll hear a lot of the horns. It's people just saying, "Hey, I'm here," you know, and that kind of deal. So that would be one of the big things to kind of recognize when you're riding out here. That's caught me. That was a little bit kind of shocking at first, is the merge. But I've had no close encounters or any of that kind of deal. I've had no issues, no accidents, no animals. I had a cat one time ride in between my front and rear tire, just shot right across the road. I was like, oh, there's one of your 9 lives. That was wild. Mary Rose is with me. But yeah, nothing really big. You know, I drive careful. I'm not burning up the road either, right? You know, there's road hazards in the road. You got gravel. You'll have lanes that just end. You know, you'll be riding in the lane and boom, it'll just end. You know, a lot of times in those outer lanes too, you'll have vehicles and obstacles parked in those lanes, rice drying and stuff like that. So, you know, but you get used to that quick. Just take your time and ride slow. But yeah, it's different. It's different. You'll need to explain right away. Is it a squid? So she doesn't think it looks like something else that swims. Dude, I know, right? It looks like a sperm. I thought the same thing too. And it's super squishy and soft. So yeah, it was great. Yeah, Mr. Brown's cappuccino in a can. All right. Even can buy it back home. I got hooked. All right. Yeah, I'm drinking Lawson's coffee right now. And you know, it ain't bad. I think this was whatever 300 something yen, whatever that is. Let's take a look. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, it hasn't been super expensive here. I don't. 350. So it's $2.37 for, you know, big large coffee. Extra large, you know, it's big. So yeah, not too bad. And I think some of these dinners that I've had, yeah, about 1,200 yen for some of the nicer meals. That's $8 US. So yeah, I mean, not cheap, but also not expensive. And this is like fresh fish, right? Like really good, to me, really, really good meals. So so yeah, not too bad. Yeah. I'm trying to remember too, what was my if I go to the coffee shop, how much is a coffee there? Yeah. I love that Mr. Brown's vanilla coffee from our local gas stations. Prefer that over Red Bull every time. Yep. Pretty good. Chicken time, dude. Got a blast. Yeah. All right. Yeah, no problem, Jeff. Yeah. Safe travels. Oki Feed 1963. Yeah, no problem. Oh man. Well, it's pretty quiet today. Eh? Not a lot of people on. Maybe it's because of the Japan Japan theme. Nobody wants to hear about Japan, eh? What else we got? Anything else going on? Any other questions or comments, or what else do I want to talk about? I think that's it. I can't think of anything else that kind of stands out. Let's see. I've enjoyed the modern bathrooms with the bidets and the heated seats. I mean, that is an absolute. They look like they're like a pod design, right? Like they're all, I'm looking over because the bathroom's right over there. They look like they're a pod design and they're all kind of built in one unit. It'd be nice to. One of my thoughts was have one of those shipped, like a prefab house shipped to the Philippines. That'd be cool. But yeah, technology in the bathrooms is pretty wild with the heated seats and the bidets. I walked into a bathroom yesterday where as soon as you open the door, the lid popped up. I thought that was wild. But yeah. How was the flight from the Philippines and how long? Yeah, so Bill, the flight from Cebu to Tokyo, it was just right at 4 hours. I think 4 hours and 10 minutes. So super easy. We had an early morning flight, so I actually slept for a couple hours. And yeah, no, it was cake. I flew Cebu Pacific, and I think that flight was less than $300 round trip. And so yeah, no, good flight, easy flight. You were able to order food for like 300 pesos, so a couple bucks to order some food, and then whatever, it was airline food. I think I had chicken teriyaki, but no Wi-Fi on the plane, so definitely download your stuff. But yeah, no, easy flight. I was that whole deal was super easy, right? The exit of the country with the exit interview, and then coming into Japan, of course, was super easy. They just boom, you stamp your passport stamp on arrival. So yeah, that whole deal was pretty good. I think that's how much it was. 300 for my flight from Cebu to Japan. Let's take a look. I think I just pull up the app here and you can see what it is. Let's see here. Manage. Take a look. Let's see here. Does it show me price anywhere? Manage. See if it shows the price. 1 second. Since we're caught up on comments, I just want to see if I can find the price of the doesn't show me price. Maybe if I do view here, just in the Cebu Pacific app. Okay, here we go. Fares, taxes, and fees. 19,000 pesos. Yeah, so 19,000 pesos. Let's see if we can convert that out. I got my Japanese yen out. Convert. Yeah, let's see that. Not Mexican peso, Philippines peso. All right, so 19,000. All right, so yeah, just over 332 bucks. So 19133, $334.70 is what it costs for my flight. So yeah, not bad. I mean, not too bad at all. Yeah, not too bad. And that's probably something I'll do again. I like it. Maybe go out to Thailand too. I want to check out some other areas: Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Kuala Lumpur. When are you heading to the Rockies? I go back to Colorado on mid-May. I'll be back in Colorado for a couple of weeks and going back for my daughter's graduation. But I do have a couple of trips kind of booked in there. So I'll be going to Cleveland for several days, the Cleveland area, and then down to Florida. So yeah, I'll be back in Colorado for most of the month of May, but with some trips to Ohio and Florida in between there. So yeah, I'm excited. You could see family, see my daughter, see my folks, visit my sister, that whole deal. We're all kind of bunch of get together in the Cleveland area. A bunch of us will get together in the Denver area, and a bunch of us will get together in the Tampa area. So it'll be, a big family and friends kind of deal. Looking forward to it, actually. Yeah, it should be a good time. It should be fun. I've been searching for housing in Tagum. Okay. For housing on Facebook and Airbnb. Impossible to find anything that's nice like Davao. Yep. Tagum is my first choice, but may have to consider Davao. You know, Jim, I'm with you. I'm with you. I think what I'm going to do is probably start in Davao just because, too, I really want to get a good feel for it. Now, I don't feel like I'm going to end up in Davao, right? Like permanently, but I could end up in like a Tagum, right? But I feel like just getting in Davao and getting those nuances down is going to be kind of key then as I kind of branch out to some of these other areas. I'm liking the cost down there. I mean, man, I'm seeing these houses down there for like less than 20,000 pesos, 3 bedrooms, brand new construction. Um, you know, even to buy stuff, it's a lot cheaper down there. So I'm really excited about being down there. There are some things I still want to finish up in Leyte. So I don't know how soon I'll be down there. It just kind of depends. It could be June, July, August. So I don't know. We'll just kind of see. But I'm with you. I like it. But I think to be in Tagum, I think one of the things that's key there is to kind of be down there and then just be in Davao or where, you know, and then, but if you see something come up, then shoot up and shoot over and kind of go check it out. Right. But yeah, I'm with you, man. I really enjoyed our trip in Mindanao. I loved it. And I'm with you too, that Tagum looks great in the sense that you've really got, let's bring up some maps. You've really got access to a lot of other regions there, right? You know, when you look at Tagum, which is right here, let's see here. We'll turn off these. Where do I do that at? I always forget. Saved. Travel plans. Hide. All right. So when you look at the map, you got Tagum here, which is whatever, you know, an hour and a half out of Davao City. But what I love about Tagum is that, you know, you've got access to a lot of area here. You can bounce down south to Madi. Madi was just absolutely cool. The hell's Madi at? Oh yeah, right there. You can hop down to what do you say? That's maybe Maddie. Yeah, whatever. You can hop down there, and then you got access to the whole East Coast, which is just beautiful. You've got you can pop up this direction to get to access over here, some really cool areas. This road really isn't that good. I actually rode this Tagum to Butuan. That was not a very good road. Although, you know, whatever, 6 months from now might just be fine as they redo it. But yeah, and or you can head this way up to Malaybalay and you know, Bukatan and get up to the mountains. So and then back down to Davao. So I'm with you, Jim. I think Tagum is a great place. I'm sure you're gonna love me saying that. But there's only 20 people on right now. So I don't think we'll be worrying about that. We telling the world. But I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I'm a fan. And even like, but I do think I'll probably start in Davao. And yeah, I'll probably start in Davao and check that out. And then, you know, get to know the city, get to know the nuances there, and then figure it out. I'm just seeing so many great housing options there. Well, that 2-bedroom condo that I was approached that when I went to the dealership, the motorcycle shop, and I got the tires. I mean, that was 20. How much was that? I can't remember now. It was maybe 15,000 for a 2-bedroom condo. I can't remember how much that was now, but yeah, so much cheaper than what we're used to now. There are some nice places, right? Like there's a couple places that are right attached to the mall, and they were 80,000. So you can get really expensive stuff there too. But overall, I'm seeing Davao City was a lot cheaper. Yeah, no worries, Bill. Yep. Yeah. No, it's coming, Bill. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow and riding around the Philippines. And like I said, I'll probably do Samar. So let's pull that up on the map. Talk about Samar real quick. So Samar is right here. And we popped over a little bit. Mary Rose and I popped over. We rode across this bridge. Man, just gorgeous through here. Really beautiful. Right at sunset. Yeah, that was really, really nice. Rode through there. And then, so yeah, here's the island of Samar. And then, you know what? Let's put up some, pull up the terrain so we can see the mountains there. Yeah. So probably going to go, and supposedly this eastern section of Samar is the more scenic. So we'll probably get same kind of thing right over to Tacloban from Palembang, a couple hours, and then start making this loop around Samar and right there. So really excited about that. And I think this is a good time of year to do it because, you know, with the low pressure systems and things like that that come in. Let's take a look at Windy. Yeah, with the low pressure systems and stuff like that to come in, it's a good time to hit it. So there's not nearly as many. And so, you know, you're not worried about typhoons because typhoons typically come in and they come right up through oh, that's Japan there, right up through the Philippines. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, right here. So yeah, doesn't look like there's really anything in the works. So, which is typical this time of year. So really excited about that. Hopefully it's a good trip. Should be good. Might have to ask for Pete's girlfriend's number in the fall to see if she can offer me a suggestion. Yeah. No, for sure. Pete's around. I think you'll see him on the lives and stuff too. Yeah, those guys are great. Do I have Pete's info? I might have Pete's information. I'm trying to remember how we interact. I think it was on Facebook. But yeah, man, we can talk. I can get you Pete's number. Yeah, he would be a good resource. Another thing I was meeting with Ricky, a guy, I don't think you hadn't met him yet. He was telling me about some places he found in Butuan. And yeah, let's move out here because he found some really good. Remember, I really liked Butuan too. And so he said just east. And remember, if we went on this river, right? We're riding, went over the river. There's a place, was it north or south? Oh yeah, right here. Must have been right through here. This residential area right here, he was renting a freaking 3-bedroom house for less than 20,000 pesos. He rented a really nice gated community. It was either there or there. Yeah, it must have been there. So you know, just outside of, and I love Butuan. I thought Butuan was great. Loved it. Yeah, and all the restaurants there at SM, and of course the Robinsons. You know, Butuan's a really great option for the kind of a lesser known big town. You know, there's good sized town. I think whatever, just under 500,000. So big town, northern Mindanao. You know, super safe. You've got access to what's that? Surigao City, where you can then do some fun stuff out there. You can get back to CDO. The riding through here was just gorgeous. Hanog to CDO is beautiful. So you do have some good riding, a little bit, not too much. This road here is, yeah, it's all right. You know, nothing super spectacular. We rode that, hooked up on the coast. Definitely the riding around Hanog was really nice. In particular, Hanog right through here was really, really good. But yeah, I'm with you. There's some really good, some nice options in Mindanao there. I'm excited to spend some time. Have you been to Valencia, Malay before? No, I have not been. And part of my when I came up from General Santos, right, and then I popped up back to Davao, I was gonna ride. I was gonna come up this way and head back Davao City to CDO and then come back through. But I've been a lot of that route before. I've been to, because I rode the whole northern Mindanao section. When was that? November. So I didn't want to kind of do half that route again. So what I chose to do is from Tagum, I chose to come up this route just to see what it was like. And, you know, regrettably, I didn't go through that area, but I knew I was coming back down there. So it's definitely on my list of rides to do. So hopefully I'll get out and do that here, get out and soon. But I have not been Valencia, Malay area, and I'm excited to hit that. And I will definitely be hitting that. it's one of the reasons why I want to move down to that area, so I can have easy access to those regions. Yep. Ask about your ACR card renewal. It's less hassle to get it renewed versus fingerprints photos for initial issue. Yeah, I've got my ACR card. I didn't. You're right. I think the renewal, I didn't really have to do much to it. I just got it renewed. I don't remember the first time I got it. It's been a couple years now. But yeah, I'm just kind of looking for it here. Where the heck is it? Oh yeah. So yeah, no, it was non-issue. Like I said, I've been using JRC quite a bit for all my stuff. So I like it. I walk in and they get it done. But yeah, I didn't have any issues. Nothing there. The hard part is sometimes picking it up, which, they did it all for me. The one thing I want to say about Davao and Mindanao is it looked like they were still doing 6-month visa extensions down there. So Pete was telling us that. And man, that's a reason just to even fly down to Davao for a weekend, go get your 6-month extension, and then fly back to Cebu or wherever the heck you're at, right? I mean, that's 6-month visa extension is nice. That way you don't have to go every 2 months to kind of get it done. But yeah, the ACR card's been uneventful for me for the most part. Super simple. I got a buddy living in Malai. Maybe you two can make friends. He's old though and can't drive a motorbike, but he's an American. Yeah, Albert, happy to meet folks. I love meeting people all the time. Yeah, no, I'd love to, and I'll be through there. I don't know when. It might be a while yet before I get back there, but when I go back, it might be to move. So what I'm going to focus on now is since I'm living in Leyte, since I'm living here in Leyte, I'm going to make sure that I kind of keep exploring this region while I'm living here before I move out of there. So what that'll look like is I'll probably go ahead and pop over to Samar, and this time of year is a good time to hit Samar, and then go to Colorado in May and spend most of May in Colorado, and then bounce back, and then look to probably move to Mindanao. A lot of that can change between now and then, but that's kind of the plan. And then when I'm down in Mindanao, I'll be doing a lot of riding through there. Yeah. I just lived there since 7 years. Okay. Yep. Married a woman, never went back to the United States. Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for family and stuff like that I have in the United States, I probably wouldn't go back either. I'd probably just stay right here in the Philippines, or stay right there in the Philippines. But I've got family stuff and my daughter and my son and things like that. What I like to do is get them where they could come over here and visit me. I think they would really enjoy that. But no, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. It's really no reason to kind of go back. I've got setting up my life in the Philippines. I love being in that country. Super chill, relaxed, easygoing, non-stress. Yeah. And for me too, and some of you guys are probably already retired, but for me, that wasn't the case. I was working in the United States, right? And moving here allowed me to kind of retire early. And so as a person who's newly retired, one of the things that I just love is the fact that I get to do what I want with my day. I have just so much freedom, and so I really, really, really enjoy that. Just like I said, just hopping on my bike and going for rides and filming or doing stuff. It's really, really incredible. I don't feel like I'm a slave to corporate America, and that whole existence was not a good one for me. There were some great things that I did get a lot out of my career, but that's who I was. I was a working man, and and now I feel like, wow. And it's almost a little bit like I get a little bit lost sometimes, right? Like who am I? Like I was identified by my career, as identified as an IT guy for a law firm for 20 years, and and then boom, you kind of give that up, and there is a whole new identity there. So that's kind of been wild, and enjoyed it. But yeah, so I love it out there. I really do, and I could see why guys come out here and just don't go back. you know, because you get out in the Philippines and you go from somebody who's pretty much invisible in the West and nobody sees you or recognizes you or acknowledges you to a place where you are very recognized. And not only are you recognized, you're celebrated. You're celebrated for who you are. You're celebrated for your race, your gender, all of that. And how many middle-aged or older white guys are celebrated in the United States for their race or gender? Not too many nowadays. you know, there you are, So it's that, what's that story about, or not story, what's that saying about a bottle of water? You've got a bottle of water that's worth, whatever, 50 cents at a 7-Eleven and, $1 at the airport, $7 at a baseball game. And, it's the same bottle of water, but go where you're valued. It's the same kind of deal, right? Here, you've got a lot of value, in the West, you ain't worth jack squat. So, and it's nice, not that, you necessarily, or I need that validation, but I mean, come on, man, who wants to live in a concentration camp? I say that like the movie Life is Beautiful, right? Where the guy, if you've seen that, where the guy's in the concentration camp and he creates this beautiful context around that. And even though he's in a concentration camp, and so you can do that, you can create a beautiful existence inside of a concentration camp. And it's so much easier to create a beautiful existence when you're being celebrated, So yeah, I love it. I have no intention of leaving. I absolutely enjoy my life in the Philippines, and I do want to travel more. I do want to get out and see some more of Southeast Asia. But yeah, I have no desire to live in the West anymore. And a lot of it is the culture. A lot of it is just the absolute chaos. And yeah, I don't have any room for it anymore. I don't. And I'm happier in a more peaceful culture, even here in Japan. It is so peaceful. It's so quiet. There's like no cops, none. They're nowhere. I mean, we saw for the first time, we saw a police car and two, I think, female police officers. I think it might have been parking stuff. Crazy the whole time. Two. Why? It's so different here. So different in Southeast Asia. The only reason I'm still here, my old parents. Yeah, no, I get it, Albert. I got it. Yep. No, I understand, man. I got it. There's things there that keep us there. So I get it, man. I was tied up there too. Similarly, I was, and then I got in a motorcycle accident, and after being in a wheelchair and home for 3 months, I'm like, you know what? I can't do this life anymore. I can't do it. I'm done. And that was a couple years ago, over whatever, 2.5, 3 years ago now, and didn't turn back, man. Said it's time to live my life. And there's two decisions that I did for me, right? My two big things for me. One was quit drinking alcohol, which actually that's been just 10 years ago in March, 2015. And that was the best thing that I did for myself, without a doubt. The second best thing that I did for myself was move to the Philippines, So just two massive things that in my life that have really, really changed my world. So really, really cool. Well, what else do we want to talk about, guys? Anything else there? Any questions, issues? I know Tokyo is probably not the most popular of topics, but I wanted to get out and stream a little bit from here, see what's going on. I won't be on as long as I normally am, just because we got some things we're trying to accomplish today. So yeah, normally I like to go 2 hours, but I don't think I'm going to go 2 hours. One, there's not a lot of activity, but two, we do have, like I said, we do have some stuff we're going to do. So I don't know. Anyone got any questions? Any comments, questions? Yeah, buts. What's that like? Either Philippines or Japan, doesn't matter what. Could be anything there. I can't think of anything there that's standing out for me that I want to talk. Kind of went over a lot of it, what it's been like traveling here, and then future stuff and all. Okay. Well, I think what we could do then, we can just cut it off here. Let's see here. I'll come visit to the Philippines for sure, sooner than later for a short time. Would be great meeting you and talk the whole evening. Yeah, you're always good perspective. Yeah, Albert, no, I appreciate that, man. And there's a good group of guys too that that hang out with. I met some really great guys, Jim, Mike, Kevin, and all kinds of good guys. Met, Jack, just bunch of guys. So it's a good group. But yeah, no, I'd love to chat, man. Love to chat about life and experiences and kind of what I've seen so far. And another thing that's there for me is I'm kind of thinking about Tokyo and the Philippines and some differences there. One of the things that also really stands out, we talked about the lack of police, but the lack of stray dogs and cats. Yeah, I haven't seen a dog or a cat since I've been here. And I don't know if it's because it's part of the diet or what, but that's a joke. But in the Philippines, they're everywhere. I mean, you got stray dogs and cats, man. They're just all over the place. And here, I haven't seen one. Yeah, so you haven't seen one. So that's another big difference as I'm kind of thinking about it. I think what I'm going to actually do is I'll shoot a whole video and kind of talking about all that stuff. I got a list of things that are there regarding kind of some of the differences, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys, I think I'm going to bounce it out from here. We're going to hit the road and try to get on and do some things, but really appreciate everyone being here and watching the channel and hanging out, and more videos and content to come. Back in the Philippines tomorrow, and we'll shoot some more stuff from there. A couple of Tokyo videos that'll coming out. Just kind of wandering around here. So really appreciate everyone watching. Feed the good wolf. Ampin. Ayo.